Dylan, prime us up. Put your Jaguars hat back on. You're a Jags fan for this next 5 minutes, and then you can go back to your Colts lifestyle.
Okay.
Tell everybody the one free agent target that the Jacksonville Jaguars need to be looking at.
And I know everybody in the chat's like, oh, show us a wide receiver, please. They're losing guard Andrew Norwell. They're also losing guard A.J. Cannon. If you really want to be successful, you got to start with that offensive line. I'm looking 100% at the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm looking at someone like a James Daniels. James Daniels, I mean, what more can you say? This guy's got a great run blocking scheme he had in Chicago. I mean, look at him just plugging up, getting to that next level. Pancake City, where's that? Pigskins and pancakes. He'll bring them both. This guy, he's just a great offensive lineman. And A.J. Cann, he wasn't the greatest offensive guard by any stretch of the imagination. And if you got a young quarterback like Trevor Lawrence and you're trying to establish a run game with a healthy Travis Etienne for the first time and see what happens with James Robinson, I mean, there's going to be a lot of moving pieces on this team. And they have a lot of cap space. I think he's affordable. He's not going to cost you as much as a Brandon Sheriff. He runs a similar system that the offense, the Jaguars are running right now with Doug Peterson, similar blocking schemes. He's a better run blocker than he is a pass blocker, and I think that'll help this Jaguars team out a lot.
Do you think they need to go back and re-sign Andrew Norwell?
Gosh, that was such a bad signing. I don't think you can sit well with that.
You can't sit Norwell with that?
Yeah,
it was up there. It was nice. Up there. I had to do it. It was slam dunk. Ha ha! Giannis on him, dunking on their heads.
Hey, he playing.
No, I honestly, I do wish you went a wide receiver, just because the fact that, well, I really want the homecoming for Allen Robinson. But
than him, okay. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off here, but this wide receiver class is getting slimmer and slimmer.
Yep,
Mike Williams already re-signed. It's a tag for Godwin. It's a tag for freaking Devontae Adams. I mean, outside of Antonio Brown and Odell Beckham, I mean, there's really no big name out there unless Amari Cooper's cut.
That's
DJ Chark, but he's already in your building.
I don't want DJ Chark.
I mean,
keep DJ Chark.
Understandably, but we're sleeping on Juju. For reasons, but he would be considered a big name.
Yeah,
he'd be considered that someone is sought after. Because let's not joke. Let's not be crazy. Juju Smith-Schuster is a good receiver. He's had a weird year in Pittsburgh. He's had an injury year in Pittsburgh. How does he come back from that? That's the question. Was he spending his injury time making TikToks, or was he grinding and getting back? We just watched Cam Akers get back in the season. I ain't heard Juju's name since week 2.
Does this? Well, it's the same thing with what happened with Carson Wentz and with AJ's pick of Chris Harris. There was news that broke earlier today, and I didn't even mention it. Bobby Wagner was released by the Seattle Seahawks. And I know you put you put in your pick before that news was released. Does Bobby Wagner move up on your list at all for a must-sign player for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Dylan?
I think everybody wants to sign Bobby Wagner. I don't know. I think right now at his stage of his career, he's 31 years old. He's a great talent. He could pick where he wants to play. I don't think there's any question with that. And Seattle's had a couple of rough years. I mean, they still win a few games here and there, and they're still competitive at least. You go to Jacksonville, I think that's a long rebuild. The only positive sign is you're playing in a division that could be winnable if you could really hear the right message and buy into what they're preaching. I mean, other than that, I don't think there's any chance other than low state income tax. No, none.
Hey, there you go. There you go. And Doug the Thug Peterson. That's what else is there.